Hello, hello. This is Hannah Ayano. We all experienced pain. But what if I told you that pain can be one of our greatest teachers? Yep. We even heard no pain, no gain. So when you go through a painful experience, you go through a painful season in time, don't try to escape or don't try to look for exit strategy. So I want us to really explore how pain can lead you to a personal growth, resilience, ultimately building confidence and decisiveness. So there are different types of pain, and the nature of pain and the nature of humanity is by default we wanted to avoid pain as much as we can. So, but if we engage pain and if we take time to really gather the lesson and the lessons that we can gain from the pain we are going through, so we will come out the other side a much better person, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So let's go down with emotional pain. Emotional pain is the pain you experienced when you go through disappointment. And there's a physical pain you experienced if you encountered some sort of sickness or if you're an athlete. So often, as a human being, pain viewed negatively. For that reason, many people missed out opportunities to grow from the pain they faced in the past or they are facing currently. So the common reaction to pain is the one thing you want to do is to run away, right? Avoidance. And some people take a pain with denial, and some are urged to escape. But there's few people, they sit back, look at it as an opportunity to grow. So pain, let us look at pain as a catalyst for growth. So let's say a physical pain. As I said, it could be if you're an athlete, it's different, but physical sickness is different. So, but I want us to look at the physical pain from the athlete's perspective. So when athletes push through pain to achieve their best performances, that's when they receive the reward. So I remember myself, I signed up for a marathon and I trained, and when the time came to do the marathon, at a time it was extremely hot. And I was not trained for that hot weather. Usually in Minnesota it's cooler by October. So because unexpected heat, I was exhausted. So by the time I hit mile 18, I want to quit because I was in so much pain. The heat, my feet were screaming and crying. I didn't stop there because if I stopped on 18 miles, what's the point, right? What's the point of going through all that training and prepared to do, and because of the unexpected heat, the weather, exit out because I can't handle it anymore? That would be disappointing. But when we learn to push through, there's reward, there's prize. And emotional pain. So emotional pain is when we experienced heartbreak. And usually emotional pain, if it's taken in a positive way, right? We're talking about the benefit of pain. When we take the emotional pain with heartbreak, rejection, disappointment. You expected something and it came out differently. So we can use that emotional pain to get stronger. And we can use that emotional pain actually for self-discovery. You can use that as a self-discovery. It gives you a new platform to start a new journey as a self-discovery. Have you seen, I know people actually, they ended up being heartbroken, devastated, but completely transformed 180 degree, because they took that experience and applied for their own benefit. It's like a self-discovery. What do I need to learn from this heartaches, this disappointment, this failure? So pain, we can use pain to do a self-discovery. And pain brings many life challenges. And that could be losing your job or facing failure, which can inspire you to a new direction in life, inspire you to a new career. Maybe you never thought about, maybe you are gifted. So a person may lose their job and they don't know what they're doing, but next thing you know, they completely took a different direction and start doing very unfamiliar and foreign thing that they never thought they would. So that's what happened when we engage pain as a benefit, not as being a victim. And the concept, of course, the concept of going through pain is not easy, but having in mind the price, having in mind the post-traumatic growth. So when you go through, you don't realize how much you are growing emotionally, spiritually, and physically, whatever you are engaging. And imagine the post-traumatic experience when this is said and done, when this is behind you. You see life in a complete different view. Now you are stronger, you are wiser, and confident. So that's what pain does when it's processed and when it's engaged correctly. When you take it as a lesson, as a great teacher. And the benefit of another is part of pain is really embracing. So when you embrace pain, like I said, and instead of resisting, and it helps you to increase your resilience. It helps you to increase your resilience. Pain teaches you to endure and to bounce back. So many times when you see people gone through unfair and extreme experience, they come out of that place and they're a complete different person, because they allowed the pain to be their great teacher more than anything. And also, pain helps you to be compassionate and to have empathy for others. Experiencing pain can make us more understanding of others' struggles. For that reason, it gives you a platform of leadership. So how many people do you know, they went through that experience, they went through the struggle, and they came out the other side? So the person that came to me currently is Nelson Mandela. He was in prison for 27 years, if I'm not mistaken. When he came out from that painful, unjust experience, the first thing he said is, we must forgive. I remember. And then he became a great leader. So pain has a way to refine the person. And you come out of the other side. And pain helps you to be focused on the decision-making skills. And pain can sharpen your decision-making skills. And pain forces you to prioritize what matters most. So when you are in a comfort zone and you have to make a decision, you will take your time because you are in a comfort zone. You're not pushed to make a decision. You're not pushed to make a change. But when you are in a very painful place, oh yeah, you make a decision quick. Yeah, there's no time to waste. And pain helps you to motivate yourself for change. It could be a great motivation for change. Usually pain often pushes us to take action and to make necessary changes in our life. So how many of you are currently going through a painful process? You could lose your job. It could be loss of income. It could be loss of family member. And it could be a loss of relationship. Whatever it may be. Can you testify because what you went through or currently you are going through, your priority change? Even the way you see yourself changed. That's why pain is a great teacher. So remember, pain often pushes us to take action. That is the best thing. I know sounds very unfamiliar. I know sounds very foreign. How some would say, how would you say this? But I went through a lot of pain myself. But I can tell you with confidence, I'm not the same person because of it. So I want to give you what's the practical tips dealing with pain is acceptance. One of the things you must do is accept. Acknowledge instead of suppressing. Acknowledge what you are going through. Acknowledge what lesson am I supposed to learn from this, so this doesn't have to come back again. Have you noticed if you're not taking time to really learn, it will come back again. That same mountain will come back and challenge you all over again. So for that reason, just instead of running away, instead of rushing through, buckle up and learn and accept and acknowledge. And often look for lessons in your pain. And in the process, one of the things I learned for one of the minister was talking about, and instead of, when we go through different process, different pain, and instead of binding and rebuking as Christians, as believers, if we have done all that, at some point we must stand and say, what lesson am I supposed to learn from this? And really depending on God Lord, what are you teaching me from this? And what am I supposed to gain from this process? So instead of running and praying away the pain, engage in knowing that the plan of God is always good for us. So embrace it with confidence. In the end, this pain is not going to destroy you. It will build you up. And the other part is self-talk. When we go through different pain, it's easy to be discouraged, to doubt yourself. It's easy to neglect yourself and your thoughts or your value. But instead of doing that, one of the best things I learned is self-talk in a positive way. Use positive self-talk and to reframe your experience. When you are going through this painful process, start reframing your word, start reframing your thoughts. So one of the best example I can give you is, this is actually being a victim. When we stayed in a painful place for a long time, it's easier, I should say, to be a victim. So I want to tell you about the man at the pool of Bethesda. And for 38 years, this man was disabled. He had been given up hope to receive healing, and he could be healed, because he sat at the pool and waiting someone to help him day after day. In order to be healed, the background story is, and you have to get in the water in order the body to be healed, and you have to be the first person, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you have to be the first person. As soon as the water stirred up, when the sun comes out, you have to jump in. But this poor man was disabled, and he was at the pool day after day, hoping someone would come and help him. So by the time when Jesus arrived, he asked him, "Do you want it to be healed?" Do you know what he said? How many of us would say the same thing? This is what he said. There's no one to help me, to put me in the pool. Remember how he missed his opportunities? Look at how he missed his opportunities. Jesus asked him, "Do you want it to be healed?" Right? But he can't hear what he's asked for, because he's been sitting and he's given up. Now he's a victim. There's no one out there willing to help this man. That is what he believed at that point. So Jesus told him, pick up your mat and walk away. And that's what happened. And the man was fully healed and he walked away. So many lessons we can learn from this story. No, this is a reality. This is what happened. So many things we can learn from this man. How he was overlooked, how he was rejected, how nobody were there to help them. He was lonely. There was no hope for this man. So he finally got to the place he became a victim to the situation. Now the situation is defining him. See, that's what happened when we're not taking the pain as a teacher, because it disabled us. It disabled you to look for resources, to look for opportunities, to become more creative, going through in that pain and going through the same journey. But thankfully he was told to pick up the mat and walk away, and he did. So I just want you to pause and search your heart. Are you in the same place? Because you've been in this place for a long time. Now you have given up. Now you have no way. You think there's no way out. You think the problem is much bigger, the pain is greater than you, but that's a lie. That's not true. So you are created for this, for that reason. So keep your eyes on the prize. Okay? And another story I can tell you how pain was used in a very amazing way that completely changed their life. That's my family member. I can give him an example. One of my close family. In junior high, he had a crush on this girl. So this girl was a student. She was an A student. And when he approached her, she rejected him right away, because my cousin, and he was not a bright student at the time, and she told him he's not smart enough for her. That changed the outcome of his life. So what happened, because he encountered that rejection, he took it for his own benefit, for his own advantage. And he became one of the most brightest students in high school, in junior high. Not only that, because that rejection, because she rejected him, the same person was be able to achieve a full scholarship to go to Ivy League school and finish from that and doing a great thing for nations. And because of that rejection, he didn't just sit there saying women or girls are mean and she tried to change me, or instead of using that in a negative way, he applied it for himself. He's like, oh yeah, watch me. And he started studying, and his life changed. He took a complete transformation. It's 180 degree. It was this way before, completely changed. So use your pain, just like my family member, to gain insight, to understand where you're at today, and to overcome. Whatever lesson you're supposed to learn, don't miss it. And manage pain. So my cousin, the method he used is he dived in his capacity, right? And the outcome was a rewarding for him, for he, and even for the rest of the family member, for us, because of that experience. So in conclusion, I gave you a few examples, and in summarize, I want to encourage you, whatever you go through today and whatever pain you went through in the past, look back and trying to see the lesson you learned and the lessons you learned from that experience. If you are going through currently, look into the opportunity, what you're supposed to gain, and in order for you to grow. And learn not to avoid pain, but look into opportunity for personal growth. Also, I want to end with this question. I want to ask you, how has pain shaped your life for better? Think about it and comment in the comments below and share your experience, how pain changed your life for better. So thank you for listening, and like and subscribe and share the video with others who might benefit from this. Thank you again, Hannah. God bless you.